Hi everyone, so it's Monday the 6th of July and this is the video that I said I would show you around all my knitting stuff. So ignore what's behind me, that's shop stuff, but there are my sock blockers and mitten blockers that I got a while ago. It's my setup for the podcast. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show you my stash. Okay, so from the bottom up, basically it's thick to thin. However, my lace weights are in this one here. So these are all yarns that I have dyed for Curio Yarns, my brand of yarn, and I've kept for myself. And then these are fingering weights and these are fingering weight. They're a bit mixed up, but I've tried to make it so these are lighter ones with the pinks and purples, and then these are more bold ones. With the exception of this one here, which is one that I dyed myself but didn't have room to put up there. Now, over in the corner here, behind my mannequin, who doesn't have a name, this cubby and this cubby are all yarns that are caked up, ready to go. Now, there are some in here that I've had for a while, like Sarah's Texture Crafts. I used that colour in my Abbey hat design, and then you've got self-striping ones that I used to do for Curio Yarns and I kept for myself. Other indie dyes, this for example is a part cake. That's Guess How Much I Love You, but I can't remember the indie dye. That is, again, that's one of mine. That is 5 Moons, that's pure cashmere. That is Patron yarns, I think, etc. So these are more blues and greens and bright colours, and then the bottom one is purples and greys and pinks. So there's another, that's one of mine, that's Witch's Cat, and then that is Butterfly, I think, and then I've got lots of other indie dyes in there, and that one is another one of mine. Now that's Pretty Gritty, that's Witch's Cat, and then I've got some West Yorkshire spinners, etc. So as you see, I like sparkly yarns. This I have a jumper's quantity of. That is from Love Bugs Yarns, dyed by Diana in Scotland. And then I've got some Vine. What's this one? You and I. I've got Penguin Soup. I've got whip yarns, some of my own at the top here, my sock blanks, Cherry Blossom, and then I've got some sock sets. I've got speckles, self-stripings. There's another Vine singles. What's this one? This is one of my favourites and I don't know what to use it on. This is Blue Moon, Socks That Rock in Pepe La Plume. That's lightweight merino, so that's 370 meters, so that's actually a heavyweight fingering weight, but I love that. Yeah, so that's all fingering weight, that's fingering weight, that's fingering weight, and then this is my lace. So this isn't mine, this isn't, etc. I've all got it mixed up because I don't like to just be a yarn snob and only use my brands. This one, some bits and hobs, it's baby alpaca silk in the mint julep. Now I started to use to make a shawl using that one, but I didn't love it, so I ripped it out. That is Dublin Dye Works. That one, I can't remember the dye, but it's alpaca silk and it's absolutely beautiful. That is Diane, who is Peggy May Yarns. And then at the bottom I've got 4 skeins of this black and purple from Mothie and the Squid. That is, I think, 1200 meters of lace weight, so I have to hold that doubled. And then under here, I've got some Fibre Space Scrumptious lace in this beautiful sort of petrol green tealy colour, and then I've got some beads. Now that has been waiting for years to be a cardigan. So moving down. Oh, this is so pretty. So this is one of my worsted weight shells. Now, I used this for the shawl, the mildred shawl. I have run out of, I've still got a little bit of black left. And then this is Harrisville. This is Cumbria, the Fibre Co. Cumbria. Now this I bought for a jumper, this I bought for a jumper, this I bought to design something with. And then in here, it's mostly, I've put these in the front because I've used those and there's nowhere else for them to go. But that's mostly DK and sport weights. That over there is my handspun that I've kept to work with myself and for gifts. And then down here, that is my sport weight and DK, bulky, chunky. It's my odds and sods cubbyhole basically. There are a few gift skeins like these two from Carrie, my wool mitten, and this is one of her skeins of yarn that I dyed. And then there's Juniper Moon, there's that I got from a local yarn shop. That was at the craft festival back in the summer. So there's all sorts. This is DKs and worsteds. This is let's see, so we've got some DK, some fingering or sport weight. This is mostly sport weight actually, that is a fingering weight. These are worsted, I have more of those in behind. These are DK, and then these are sugar. This is sugar yarn. So I've got some in this colourway and then I've got some in the grey colourway. Now years ago I used this in another colour to knit a tank top and it was absolutely beautiful, fitted perfectly until I washed it and it grew to double the size. So it's put me off using it. I will knit something else with it, but it'll probably be something that needs a massive amount of drape and will just grow. And then in the bottom here, that is my acrylic cubby. Now there's a lot more than showing because it's double deep. This one and this one, Abby got when she decided she was going to start knitting. Now she knit a hat and stopped. The rest of them are for designs and other projects that I have on the go. All these blues here are remnants from Neve's blanket and the grey. This is a beautiful shade of brown, absolutely luscious. Now most of this is Karen Simply Soft, and then there's a few patterns. Moving on, this is my Noro stash. Now I've destashed all my Noro except this one because it's absolutely beautiful. I tried to start that jumper with it a while ago and it didn't work. So I'm trying to find something that I think will look nice with it. Maybe a blanket. Let me know down below. I've got maybe 15, 16 balls. This is my Patterns Cotton Fusion. Is that right? Yeah, Fusion Cotton. And I absolutely love it. I want to make myself a nice jumper out of this, something nice and drapey. I may knit a scrying sweater or I may knit one of my other designs, I'm not sure. But it's very easy to get hold of, it washes beautifully and it's got beautiful drape, so it's a win. Now this is some yarn that I mixed 3 different yarns together. One is by Katia, it's the pom-pom, and there's 1 strand of acrylic and 1 strand of wool, and I was just going to make a nice scarf. Now this one down here, this cubby, this is Berger de France, and I'm currently using this for a design. There's remnants of other ones, and then I have little 50-gram balls of Rico Soft Merino. Now you've got a hint there, that's the sturgeon moon mitts that I haven't brought out yet. And I've just got lots of these smaller 50-gram balls of yarn to make big projects with. So that is my wall of yarn. That's my personal stash. So I don't think I'll do too bad.
Okay, so you've seen my wall of yarns. Now on the top I've got my knitting books, and crochet books, spinning books, a few knitting magazines, and my Scully. Now I also have plenty of yarns in project bags ready to go, as I showed you in my episode a while back for jumpers and things that I wanted to knit for this year. Oh, you can see lots of stuff behind it, sewing piles and things, and my cup of tea. And Sheldon, there's Sheldon. I love Sheldon. So I am now going to show you my project bag stash.
Okay, so this basket has quite a few project bags in that have got designs I've been working on and just put to the side because I've come to a mental block, I suppose you could call it. There's a couple of jumpers, lots of socks. These ones are published already. These are my crystalline socks. I got nearly partway done. Well, I got about, I want to say here, just above the heel on number 4 socks, these, and I stalled. But yeah, those are on Ravelry. They're really pretty. Very simple stitch pattern. But anyway, and those are on some of my old sock blockers that I got off Etsy years ago. They're just not perspex, just plastic. But yeah, they warped and I can't get them to go back. So those are project bags in there, and then I've got all of these here. Yeah, there's a plastic bag there. I ran out of project bags. So all the ones at the bottom here are future knits. So those are the ones that I was showing you on my Make 20 or Make 12 for 2020 for this year. Obviously, I've not started those ones yet. And these two shelves are works in progress and old ones. So for example, in this bag here is a shawl, the Even Star, that I started 6-7 years ago, etc. And then this one has the Marilyn jumper, started years ago. This is the Calamai from Vullenvine, and it's all just a mixture. Small projects, big projects. Oh, and a skein of yarn, because I need to frog that project. So yeah, if you want to know what's in every project bag, that would take far too long. But I have lots of lovely projects. So this project bag here was a set that I got with some yarn. That was one I won in competition. That one is this beigey one here. This one, it's the UFO one from Lally Lala. Tangerine Designs, because Stargate, I love Stargate. This one was a gift. This one I bought and it's amazing. That's a massive project bag. It's jumper sized. My Little Pony, Mary Poppins, Star Trek. That was Nightmare Before Christmas. And then we've got Downton Abbey, Penguins. That's a duvet case one. My Loop London bag. Oh, Totoro, sheep, butterflies, etc. I love it all. So yes, there are just a few more project bags, so I will show you those. Okay, so these two have got designs in. This one was from my friend Sylvie. It's a beautiful project bag, it's one of my favourites. And this one I bought online. I can't remember who it was, but I absolutely love it. It's covered in foxes and flowers. And then I've got my Mrs. Brown's bags. The first project bag I ever made myself, which is this beautiful mice with sewing and everything else. And this one, I love a good fingering. Who is that from? I can't remember now. Doesn't have a label. And then my Hohi & Co bag. So all of these have got my designs in, and I've been using this one, which Abby got me for my birthday, which is absolutely lovely. Oh, it's so soft. So yes. And then finally, my last bit of stash is this here. Now, last time I showed you, I have a basket of other yarns, and this is my pieces that are under 50 grams but are still worth using. So this is my amethyst colourway on the yak silk, and then there's other dyes in there as well. Now, these are the final 2 project bags. This one is one of mine from the shop, because obviously I have to test some things sometimes, so that's my personal one. That's the Cocoa Land cats, and then that one was a present, and I love it. It's got this English paper piecing on, and it's all the characters and things that I love. So yes, back to me.
Oh, so that was a lot of stash, wasn't it? There. It's very strange using different technology. So yeah, you've seen my knitting stuff now. I have a lot of projects that I don't want to knit on, but I don't want to frog. Because I will finish them one day, even if I don't ever wear them, just because I love the actual knitting process. But there's no rush. I have folders and folders and folders of knitting patterns, and then I've got lots on my computer and everything else. Books up there, as you can see. Loads of books. So I have lots of choice as to what to make. Yeah, so that is my knitting bits, I suppose. I didn't show you my knitting needles just because I've got too many. But at the same time, I don't have enough. I've got lots of sets, but I don't get on well with a lot of the sets. So I'm in the process of getting some chow goos, because I get on well with chow goos. Now, Abby got me some for our anniversary last week, but I'll show you those on the podcast proper. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little knitting room tour. Sorry it's a few days late. It was meant to come up on Thursday or Friday. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with a regular episode. So I'll see you all soon. Bye.